Hey guys, what's up? This is Wasik Ahmed Fahim. So after a long time I have flashed the Miui and today I'm going to share my experience on new Android 11 Miui which is based on the Chinese vendor. So as my device is the Chinese variant, so I hope this ROM will suit better than the Raphael and the Raphael Mi 90 Pro Global. This ROM comes with the Android version 11 and the security patch of April, and stock kernel is perf, which is upstreamed from the previous build, and the upstream version is 4.14.180. So first of all, let me show you the wallpapers and personalizations of MIUI 12 Android 11. And the first option, you have the demonstration of your wallpapers on lock screen and your home screen. Then you have the always on display. I have disabled it. You can see there are lots of always on display on this ROM. These are some extra always on displays. You can also download always on display from Chinese theme store. Then in the lock screen you can select any lock screen layout. I have selected the first one. Then you can also select the lock screen owner info. Then comes the icon. You can increase and decrease the size of your icons. And in the wallpapers you have the super wallpapers like snowy peaks, geometry, and the faraway rings. And you have some statics wallpapers like the nature pattern, geometry is the live wallpaper, then the liquid color, minimalism, dynamic nebula, mountain signature, and some more wallpapers. You can find more wallpapers in the theme store. Then we have the fingerprint animation. You can see I have selected the aura. There are two options like starlight and the pulse, but the aura looks amazing. Then the notification effects, three options: rhythm, pulse, and starlight. And font, you can download and use any font from theme store. No need to system reboot after applying any fonts. Then we have the ringtones, notifications, and lastly the alarm ringtone. Then in the always display you have the lock screen setting, and you can launch the camera, and pocket mode is enabled by default. And under that you have the password and security. There are all options like screen lock, fingerprint, face unlock. Everything is working perfectly. Then in the display section you have the dark mode and light mode. In the dark mode you have more dark mode options. As you know, the MIUI has the per app dark mode, so you can select any of them. In the bug section I will tell you about some bugs in these individual dark modes. Then we have the brightness level, reading mode, anti-flicker, color scheme, font settings, and the full screen mode. Then in the bottom we have the control center and status bars. Then you can select the notification icons, network speed, and the carrier name options. You can also select the battery indicators. Then in the sound and vibration you have some options, like I have selected the do not disturb, schedule time on, and when my device is locked it will work perfectly. Then we have the vibrate for pause, vibrate in silent mode, and if you want to turn off the vibration while you are pressing any buttons or while you are swiping to back, you have to turn this off from the vibrate on tab. Additional settings and the sound effects or the Mi sound enhancer. Then the notification and control center. Here you have the lock screen notifications. You can select any apps and disable any apps. Then we have the floating notifications. You can do the same as you do in the lock screens. Then the badges, notification badges, app notifications. These apps will show you the notification. Then the app shade, you can select any of them. I have selected the Android one. Lastly, the control center, you can select the new version or the old version as your preference. Then in the home screen you select any options. I have selected with app drawer, arrange items in recents. You can select vertically or horizontally. I have selected the vertically, and you can select the show memory status, which you can see the memory status of my ROM is currently 2.6 GB of 6 GB available. Privacy and protection. There are some extra privacy for your device. Then comes a battery, and the options like battery saver, ultra battery saver, everything is perfectly working. And our screen on time and the idle drain, each and everything is perfect in this ROM. You can see my active drain is 10.41% per hour and idle drain is 0.17% per hour. Then in the apps option we have the system app settings, manage app settings. You can also reset the app preferences. You can update the apps from here. Then the home screen shortcuts, dual apps is perfectly working. Then the permissions, you can permit the auto start. Then the permissions, install via USB, and apps with possible risk. Then the app lock, which is working without any issue. And lastly, the options for screen time. You can limit your daily screen from here. So now let me show you the security option. Here you have the cleaner, security scan, battery, boost speed, privacy, manage apps, and game turbo. In the game turbo you have the general settings, performance mode, DND, and the additional settings. Then in the utilities you have the recently used tab, then the tools, friends and family, optimization, cleaner, communication, manage apps, battery optimizations, permissions, special features, lifestyle, and basic features. And something is amazing in friends and family option, that you can get the earthquake warning, which is pretty amazing. So now let me show you the Geekbench of this ROM. So this was the Geekbench achieved by the stock kernel. Now let me show you the stock kernel frequency from FTM, and you can see the little cluster and the big cluster is using the maximum CPU frequency. On the other hand, the prime cluster isn't using the higher CPU frequency, and for that I hope the Geekbench score slightly reduced. This ROM comes with the Miui camera. There are lots of options in Miui as before. You can find the night mode, 48 megapixel, short video, panorama, documents, vlog, slow motion, time lapse, sticker avatars, clone, and etc. You can also edit and customize your features as per your need. So I have rooted my phone, and after hiding the magic, you can see the ROM is perfectly passing the safety net. Let me remind you something, as this ROM comes with the Chinese vendor, and you know that China doesn't allow Google apps, so this ROM doesn't come with any Google apps like the Rafaelin and the Mi 90 Pro Global. For that you have to open the Gate apps and search Google on it. After that you can see the Google Play Store option. Simply download and install it. So now in this section let me discuss about the bugs of this ROM. So many people shared their bugs with me. I have tried each and everything, and those bugs was perfectly working on my device. So I hope that's the device variant which is creating this issue. So the first bug I have encountered, that the dark mode, and in the dark mode, in the individual apps dark mode, if you selected the apps like the Facebook, Messengers, YouTube, etc., then you can see the overlay is washed out or whitened. So to get rid of that issue, you have to disable the individual dark mode for those apps. So that's the one bug I encountered after driving this ROM for 2 days. So my thought on this ROM is you can flash this ROM on your device. I hope the China variant devices will enjoy the more stability and the performance from this ROM. And this ROM is quite stable and smooth, so you can definitely try this ROM. So that's it for today. If this video helps you, then do like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you for watching and stay safe.